salvation and reconciliation being rejected. And if you want to put it in today's situation, he would have been probably tasered, put in a white coat, and shipped off to the insane asylum as a loony. Because that's how it would have appeared to them at that time, saying, hey, I'm here to save you. It wouldn't have gone over very well, as you can probably quite imagine. But so, in order to carry out his divine mission from God the Father and to be fully able to bring the Word to life, we have to come back to this issue of the virgin birth. The virgin birth was what had to occur. It had to occur so that we could see him grow, he could fully be with us, know fully our temptations and things, and be seen as the perfect sacrifice, having been through what we have done, taken care of everything, gone down the road for us. For nothing that we encounter in this world and in our life is going to be something that Jesus hasn't already overcome and faced himself. So, the God the Father has created the perfect vessel for Jesus to occupy. And in doing so, he's ensured that no sins of the Father could be perceived as being passed down through mankind to Jesus. Jesus, as the Son of God, therefore, is God, and as God cannot have any blemish because God is perfect. So that is how he's viewed, and that's one of the key reasons for the virgin birth. God is the ultimate truth, and as such, he's free from sin. So with God being the Father, Jesus was assured to be free of the hereditary sin that was trumped upon and preached on and harped upon by the religious leaders of the time. We see this when Jesus heals the blind man who's been blind from birth. When the apostles asked him, who sinned, this man or his parents that made him blind at birth? And Jesus says, neither. He's casting it away right now. He said, the sin doesn't play a part in what happens to you. Sometimes it's God's will that certain things affect us so that he can be glorified through the efforts of the healing or the suffering or the transformation that occurs because of these things. So this is something that we see Jesus kind of teaching on himself, and it's applied here even to today. We have to accept what Jesus has done for us, and the fact that he did so by coming through someone who was considered a backwater nobody in Mary, a virgin, so that God uses those who are willing, comes through and takes care of things for us. Now, by having a virgin birth and being made man, Jesus was, like I said, was able to grow amongst us and become subject to the sins and temptations that we go through. Without that, he could not fulfill his earthly mission, which culminated at the cross. And all this, is very key for us as we move about in our Christian lives and we seek to grow in our Christian lives, because our faith comes from what Jesus did for us. Part of his story is centered on the fact that in the beginning the Word was with God, the Word was God, and the Word was good. We are later reminded at the birth of Jesus that the Word was made flesh. The divinity of Jesus is set in those words. His virgin birth was so that he could truly speak to us as one of us, bringing us closer to God the Father. His virgin birth also served to make him both the sacrificial lamb for mankind and at the same time our loving shepherd. His real ministry started at birth, however, most only recognize the 3 years he actually taught and preached with the apostles. The virgin birth marked his entrance not only into the world, but into the lives of all mankind for all eternity. The virgin birth is the foundation of who and what Christ is. To deny the virgin birth is to deny Christ and what he has set out to do for all mankind. If we fail to recognize how he truly came to earth to be with us, then we deny who he is, and we deny ourselves as in our identity as Christians. The virgin birth is the beginning of 33 years of earthly works to bring us back to relationship with God the Father that Jesus did for us. Yes, he is eternal. Yes, he was with the Father when things were created. But his earthly ministry was a 33-year period which he fully worked on concentrating to set up the groundwork to bring us back into that relationship. To deny that virgin birth is to deny Christ and what he has done for us and what he is doing for us and what he will do for us. Now, without the virgin birth, we would still be lost in our own sins without a true hope of being able to be set free. The virgin birth, life, and death upon the cross of Jesus, all taken together, is what allows us to be set free and brought back to God. So I kind of hope this helps clear up some of the things and helps further your interest in studying the Scriptures. I hope it has been a great blessing to you. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or ideas, feel free to send me a message on my main Facebook page or on my ministry page at In His Footsteps on Facebook, or email me directly with anything at deaconbarnhill@gmail.com. Deacon Barnhill is all one word. I always welcome any questions, concerns, comments, pious indignations, whatever is on your heart. I'll free to talk, and I'll try to answer you guys as quickly as I can on these. I hope this has been a blessing for you. I hope that God's light has been able to shine a little bit deeper into your heart and open up some of the Scriptures for you. And I pray that all who listen to this voice of mine and to these words that God has given me to share may be uplifted, and that His blessing, His love, and His guidance and direction for you and your lives and those of your families and friends can shine through you and into the world. May you be blessed and uplifted by all this. And until we meet again, may God continue to light your path and guide your footsteps. Good night and amen.